Hello and welcome back, everybody, but probably nobody. This is ThorW, and we're continuing our journey through Dark Souls 3 in Lothric Castle. We just completed a fair bit of it, and we've seen a boss fog, but we don't quite want to hit that boss fog right now because, well, there's other stuff we can do. First of all, we can grab this rusted coin, we can open up this chest, which is not a mimic, for a Titanite scale. In this, I guess this would be kind of a cathedral, since there are pews all over the place. And this is a contraption that does not move. Well then, it is not a shortcut. What's out here? Oh geez, chugging. Chugging is out here. We got the red tearstone ring. Let's take a look at that. Anyone that's played Dark Souls 1 should definitely know what this is. Boosts attack when HP is low. A ring set with a large, rare tearstone jewel. Temporarily boosts attack when HP is low. This stone is said to be a tear of mourning of the goddess Kytha. And of course, tears are always more beautiful near death. Sounds like something some teenager would write. Some poetry. Tears are always more beautiful near death. Oh. Anyway, this is the speedrun ring from Dark Souls 1. The way this works is when you are at 10% or below HP, you get a boost to your attack. Now in Dark Souls 1, you got like a 30, 40%, actually a 50% boost to your damage, all damage you do. In this one, I believe it's less. And it's a little less worth it to try and use this. However, what is worth it is swapping this over to the kitty cat ring. Meow. The silver cat ring, as we're about to do some drops. Right to here. And if we look down here, that is the consumed king's garden that we are now overlooking. It's really cool to be able to look down and see the area. There's the entrance to the area where Osiris was, and it goes back that way, but you can see that there's only forest back there, so how we got to the untended graves is a mystery. And we drop down here. And we get Kytha's Chime. Kytha's Chime. Down here. Sacred Chime blessed by Kytha, goddess of tears. Rare even amongst Karim clerics. Affected by intelligence, a rare thing for miracle catalysts, and also agreeable with miracles that lean towards the dark. Its existence is concealed in the name of the Archbishop, as it is anathema. With the Gentle Prayer skill, which recovers HP. So this is it's a Sacred Chime that scales pretty well with intelligence, and apparently works well with dark abilities. Anyway, this leads us down here to... Oh, somebody forgot to texture this. Oh, it doesn't look very good. And we've got the two Lothric Knights there just kind of praying. Now, honestly, we don't have to fight them. We don't have to fight them at all. In fact, I can just do this. I can just return to the bonfire last rested at and not fight them at all. Or I could have ran past them. Any sort of conniving and weaseling ways to get out of the fight. Why weren't my firebombs refilled? I wanted to take a seat anyway. We're kind of low. There we go. Firebombs refilled, ready to go. So obviously this is going to respawn all the enemies. The wyvern is still kaput, so. In fact, let's come over here and let's poke him in the face. Haha, you're dead. Oh. Wait. Let's see, where is it? There we go. I am the dragon now. I have become dragon. Dragon! Wait. I can see myself in his mouth? Yeah, there we go. Hide and Seek Champion 2016. Alright, let's move. That's silly. That's real silly that he loses his hitbox when he becomes quote-unquote dead. I don't think I need the Silver Cat Ring on anymore. Let's switch back to Chloranthy Ring because I really like having stamina boost. Anyway, I don't care about you. I don't really care about you either. I've killed you once already. Don't care about you either. In fact, all of y'all can suck my butt. Later. They won't follow you past that threshold. God damn, anytime it has to load the outside area, the game just, like, takes a big shit on itself for a second. Wait, you followed me? You've never followed me before. Not this far. Wow, that's magical. Well then, I guess I'll have to kill you. Because you are really determined to die. You are exquisitely determined to die. He's playing Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. Nice buff, bro. Nice lightning buff. I swing further than you. Oh, I should have charged it. See, if you charge your R2 all the way, it gains a lot of distance because you run forward a little bit before the thrust. Well, goodbye. I got a helm and gauntlets off of him. He's like, no, wait, I have presents for you. Okay, so a sunlight medal. That should tell you exactly what we're going to get. Let's ride this lift. I'll show where this lift goes. And it has a wonderful little rug embroidery on it. Unfortunately, it is a little bit damaged, torn up some, but it has nice little flower print on it. It looks it looks just lovely. Just lovely. This is like the world's longest elevator, holy crap. So this takes us down here, back to the beginning. Next to the Dancer Bonfire. So that is a shortcut available to anyone if they happen to like that shortcut better than just running from the Dragon Barracks Bonfire. That is the name of the bonfire that we came... that is near the Wyverns, is the Dragon Barracks Bonfire. Pretty cool name. Pretty darn cool name. Okay, come on. Slow-ass elevator. Alright, I wanted to refill my firebombs before I came over here because down here... Oh look, it's the Pus of Man that was connected to the Wyvern. This is actually the only way to get to it. So let's be great big heroes. Just sit up here throwing firebombs at it. While it spits tar, disgusting humanity goo at us. I want to be a little careful. I don't want to fall down onto him. Eat my firebomb. Oh, we got one more? Okay, we got one more for you, big man. Oh, yeah. Oh, sweetie. There is actually a reason for the cat ring still. Oh, well, there we go. Cool. So 2 Titanite chunks and a couple of embers. There is a ladder over there. We'll be hitting that in a little bit. First, I want to come down here and whoosh. Large Titanite shard dropped by the Pus of Man enemy once it's dead. Here's an item that was obscured by the dragon. Soul of a Crestfallen Knight. I believe that's 20,000 souls. 20,000 is quite a bit. Oh, look! Is that a mimic? Why, yes it is. For anyone that thinks that this is absolutely cheap and cheating, that I'm doing this with the Undead Hunter Charm to get in a bunch of free damage, that's the Sunlight Straight Sword, by the way. We'll look at that in a bit. It is cheap and cheating. But I have no qualms over doing so. At all. This is a normal mimic, by the way. You can tell it is because it stood all the way up. So, Sunlight Straight Sword. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Where is this Sunlight Straight Sword? Stora, Lothric, I think it's this one. Yep, I don't have the faith to wield it. Straight Sword imbued with the strength of lightning! This featureless longsword contains the very power of the sun. Perhaps it is a relic of one-sided adoration. So this is a sword that's really, really good. It has a nice buff. Oath of Sunlight. Raise the sword aloft when praising the sun to boost attack and damage absorption for self and the allies and any allies in your vicinity. The Warriors of Sunlight are cooperators from an ancient age. So that is a Solaire's sword, basically. And finally, the Braille Divine Tome of Lothric. This is the final Divine Tome for us to find. The Braille Divine Tome of Lothric. Make sure you do not miss that if you want to complete Irina's quest line. which I assume you do. If you're watching this playthrough, I assume you want to complete all the quest lines, since this is a walkthrough with commentary. Because commentary is fun, right? Right. Oh, I want to point out, on here we can see the tops of the coffins that are kind of dug into the ground, with the depiction of the knights on top of them. I believe that the extension below that top is technically in here with all of these guys down there in the floor. Just kind of wanted to point that out. Yep, I'm just gonna, yep. These guys are so non-aggressive. They just don't want to fight. They're just like, oh, come on, don't poke me. Oh, jeez, all I have is robes, man. I have robes and like a lantern. And my lantern isn't nearly as good as the jailer lanterns in the profaned capital. The Irithyll dungeon. Let's come over here and grab this Titanite chunk and get a really good look at what's behind that boss fog. A decent look, at least. Because holy freaking crap. Look at that. It looks like it's got branchy stuff and everything, so it's one of these guys over there just lit a flame. And you can see it's trailing off. So you notice that they're very branchy, by the way. These Pilgrim Butterflies are very branchy. So, they're called Pilgrim Butterflies, so it seems like that's what Yol and the other pilgrims were aspiring to become these things. Possibly. At least that's a possibility, since that's their name. On top of that, they're very branchy. You'll notice that on the high wall of Lothric, there were tons and tons of hollows with, like, roots and branches growing out of them. So, that seems to be a theme that's been going on here with branches. Okay, we're going to just dodge that first of all. Flame on. And let us begin. Don't shoot at me. Don't shoot at me. I see you over there. Shoot. Oh! Okay. Just going to move over here for a moment. Right around here. Give him the old run around, and we're good to go. Alright, where is he? Come here, Great Axeman. Okay, good attack, dude. Thank you. Very well done. I applaud you. I would actually do the applause emote. Oh, he fell. He fell way hard. That's a long fall. Ooh, that is a long way down to the entrance there. Wonder if I go down there if I'll see his corpse. Yeah, there's no illusory walls here, even though it kind of looks like there should be. There's just a ladder to descend. To come over here and grab this item that is glowing furiously, the Knight's Ring. So we've got the Priestess Ring, and now we've got the Knight's Ring. Let's take a peek. Ring engraved with a portrait of a knight increases strength. In Lothric, the knight has long been considered one of the 3 pillars of the king's rule, and were thus allowed to rear dragons. Allowed to rear dragons. Damn. Oh, by the way, the High Priestess served as the prince's wet nurse. That is, Anna, who was sitting at the entrance to Lothric Castle, who we had to kill to get here. And the Knight's Ring, by equipping it, it's very simple. You gain 5 strength. Very simple. Simple, sweet, to the point. You gain 5 strength. Equipping the Priestess Ring, you gain 5 faith. Pretty decent overall. I believe there's one to gain 5 dexterity as well, and I think that will complete our trio of our Triforce of Rings. Well now, we got another knight. And you notice these knights have red eyes. All of these knights have red eyes. Remember what I said about the Abyss and red eyes. The Abyss breeds red eyes. So when he takes that stance, and he holds his sword in front of him like that, he's actually, it's like he has, it's almost like he has poise. And he's able to just take hits. It's really weird. Now in here is awesome, because A, there's a chest, with 3 more Titanite scales, and B, the Altar of Sunlight. Praise the sun! And Sunlight Medals, which I have only 1 of for now. I haven't done much Jolly Cooperation. So, this broken statue, the statue was broken in DS2 as well. In DS1 it is a little bit more complete for how to... Actually, I think it was broken there too. But some people have remodeled this thing and shown what it looks like. It is a visage of the Nameless King. It looks very much like, if not exactly like, the Nameless King. And this is formed very well, where you got the god rays coming out to the sunlight statue. Which is why the statue is broken, by the way. Because if you recall, the Nameless King, Gwyn's son, was punished by Gwyn and had his name removed from history and his identity stricken from the record for going against Gwyn and wanting to ally with dragons. So we're going to go back to the shrine for a moment. First off, we have 145,000 souls, which should equate to like 3 levels, I think, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm kind of high leveled. I'm like 75 or something, which is a little high. But
Welcome.
Let's talk with my girl here.
Very well. Then take nourishment.
Okay, so 4 levels, nice. So I'm up to 79 now. I'm just going to pump it all in strength, because damage.
Ashen One, may I pose thee a question?
Oh?
Has the little Lord
God damn it.
of a thing once most precious? Pray tell.
Oh. Oh, wait. That's a little different from what I thought it was.
The little Lord Ludleth, I sense that he possesseth some knowledge of a thing once most precious, or most terrible, now lost to
She's talking about the eyes of the Firekeeper.
Pray tell, is it a matter of which I should be apprised?
Well, we'll talk later. We'll talk later about that particular matter. Anyway, we're going to come over here to Irna because we have a Divine Tome.
Do you wish to hear a tale?
So let's give her the Braille Divine Tome. Wait. We never looked at it. I almost messed up. A sacred Braille Tome from Lothric, filled with miracles for use by knights. Give to a storyteller to learn Lothric miracles. It is said that no paladin inside Lothric Castle could fall, owing to the divine protection that they enjoyed. Lovely. Beautiful.
Oh,
Now let's fucking shove it in her face.
You've brought me a Braille Divine Tome. Now I can tell new tales.
Notice she has just generic
Tales
dialogue
of the
for
greater
every
miracles
Braille
can be
Divine
quite
Tome
fun we will have.
that we give her, unless it's the dark ones. So, let's talk
I
real
was
quick.
not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now. Your wish is my command.
So she says that, now that we're late into the game and we've given her so many miracles, the last 2 she has are Bountiful Light and Magic Barrier. Bountiful Light, miracle taught to knights by Gertrude, holy maiden to the queen. Gradually restores a large amount of HP. The heavenly daughter is said to be the queen's child. Very interesting that the daughter of the queen, or whoever is meant to be the daughter of the queen, is said to be a goddess. Remember, the queen was known as the goddess of fertility to the citizens of Lothric. Once again, kind of hinting that maybe it was someone from the royal family, maybe Guinevere. And Magic Barrier, miracle of clerics who wield weapons. Increase magic damage absorption by covering the body in a white protective coating. There was a short period in history where clerics and sorcerers opposed one another, thus it became necessary for even simple clerics to have some means of opposing magic. Makes sense. Oh, and also Blessed Weapon. Miracle taught to Lothric Knights, blesses the right weapon, increasing attack power as well as gradually restoring HP. The Knight is one of the 3 pillars of Lothric, and is said to have strengthened ties with the High Priestess after the Scholars acquired the Grand Archives. We will be purchasing all of those, but I'm gonna have to pop a soul here. What is 20,000, I think? 10,000. That's not quite enough. I'm gonna need to pop a second one. Easy peasy. Okay. Now let's talk. Okay, so now we're gonna buy both of those. And that's everything bought. You see the little 0 next to all of them. We have all of the miracles.
I was not meant to be the god.
She'll just say that again.
Thank you ever so much, sweet champion. May your solemn duty conclude in triumph.
And that is new dialogue.
Oh, champion of Ash, do you wish to hear?
And I believe that's all she
I
has
was
to
not
say
made the
now.
god.
Yep.
Thank you ever so much.
But that is what the dialogue that you get when you have completed Irina of Kareem's quest on the for the good end. We have given her every divine tome that she wants, bought all of the miracles from her, and now she is happy as a clam. Happy as can be. So let's go back to the Dragon Barracks, as we have a little bit of business left to do. We've got a boss to go fight. And this is actually one of, if not, my favorite boss in Dark Souls 3. I am a huge fan of the boss that we're about to fight. Like, I want his autograph and his headshot, and I want to go see all the movies that he's in. Just even if they're bad movies, just because he's in it, I really just want to see it. Anyway, ignoring every single one of you. Do. Okay, so let's see if he follows me. Looks like we're good. So there are actually 2 different summon signs that we can find NPC-wise. First off, this one off to the side, you'll notice this jolly fellow, Egon of Kareem. We're actually going to summon him in. For reasons. Unbeknownst to you. We're going to summon in Egon of Kareem. And, in addition, there is a summon sign over here. As she promised, she will answer our call if ever we have need for her. This is Cirrus of the Sunless Realms, because she has sweared fealty to me. And now I am kind of phasing inside of her phantom. Now I am the pretty one. But we will not be summoning her in. I am summoning Egon in for reasons. Basically because I want to. Anyway, we are about to fight a boss, so it is time to equip actual gear. Because Elite Knight... Let's be an Elite Knight. I like being an Elite Knight. Don't you guys? And... I could go all the leggings. Elite Knight leggings, there we go. I like the Elite Knight stuff. Dancer's Crown is actually not very good for the boss that we're about to face. In fact, Ornstein's helm, Dragonslayer helm would be better. Let's put Ornstein's dumb helm on. Wait, maybe I should put Ornstein's dumb armor on too. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Sure. I can do that and swap this over to the weapon that I want to do. Sorry, guys. Sorry that I'm setting up and everything like that. Barbed straight sword. There we go. We get to look like Ornstein while we fight him, which is going to be very, very, interesting. And finally, I would advise putting a Thunder Stone Plate ring on and setting up a Pale Pine Resin for this particular boss, as he is resistant to bleed. I believe he's actually immune to bleed. He's immune to bleed, immune to poison, resistant to lightning, resistant to fire, probably resistant to dark. I think the only thing that this particular boss is weak against is frost. And everything else is either normal damage or he's resistant to. In addition to that, he does a lot of lightning damage. Remember when we got that shield that helps deal with lightning damage? Well, that's why. Remember we got that weapon that does frost damage? Well, this is why. Anyway, it is time to go to... Oh, I love this boss. I love this boss. Egon, you ready? You ready, bro? Let's get pumped. Let's get pumped. Let's Let's see. Give me a dumb. Give me the dumb thing. Give me the yeah. Fist pump. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm ready to go. I am sufficiently pumped up for this boss fight. Prepare yourselves for the majesty that is the Dragonslayer Armour. And that massive Pilgrim Butterfly floats away when we get in here. So, the railings in this arena are all destructible, and you can get knocked off of them. So, you'll notice the Dragonslayer Armour looks suspiciously like Ornstein's armor, which is why I'm wearing Ornstein's clothing right now, because it's more fun that way. Also, I believe this is like the only boss in the game, if not like most of Dark Souls, to have a shield. As useful as shields are. Okay, when you knock this guy down, get away from him, because when he stands up, he does that. So now he's two-handing. Oh, I rolled too early. Whoop. So now phase 2 is beginning, and I want him to like look at Egon so I can look at what's going on elsewhere. You'll see that the Pilgrim Butterflies back there are starting to move around, and they are shooting, they are casting pyromancies at us. Look at that shit. Look how awesome that looks. Oh, it's so cool. So freaking cool. I'm gonna reapply Pale Pine Resin and now go fight the boss, since Egon's kind of getting his butt kicked. Oh, wow. Anyway, the reason I'm using a short sword is because short swords attack very fast. I'm using the Barge straight sword just because I have it upgraded already. Anyway, Pale Pine Resin because this guy is not resistant to magic, and you'll see that the Dragonslayer Armour does go down a little easily. Goodbye, my friend. Now let's look out here and look at these guys as they die. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go down. Woo, and he fades away and disappears. Goodbye, Pilgrim Butterflies. So the reason that the Pilgrim Butterfly, and there were two of them, there's one on either side, the reason that they disappear and die like that is because the Pilgrim Butterflies were inhabiting and controlling the Dragonslayer Armour. By the way, did I get the souls yet? Doesn't feel like I did. 65,000 feels light. I guess I did. Oh well, whatever. We'll swap the helmet back to the Dancer Crown. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Anyway, those Pilgrim Butterflies die specifically because they were possessing the Dragonslayer Armour. So when we killed the Dragonslayer Armour, quote-unquote killed, the Pilgrim Butterflies disappeared. Now, before we continue, I want to take a look at these statues, because these statues are... a couple of them are interesting. First off, let's look at this one. This one looks like someone just covered in goop. Covered in goop all over themselves with a book, kind of like they're some sort of scholar. And they're walking around, just kind of there. That'll become a little bit more prominent very shortly. By the way, see the destination they're heading towards. They're still heading up. You notice they aren't aiming themselves at the eclipse, which is very interesting, or at least it doesn't look like they are. And the other statue I wanted to look at is right next to it. This statue is much more interesting. Now this is a depiction of, I guess what the Lothric guys would call an angel, a winged serpent. And this particular winged serpent, if you take very close attention to his face, he looks like a good friend from Dark Souls 1. He looks like Kingseeker Frampt / Darkstalker Koth. More than likely Kingseeker Frampt, considering the Lothric family line has been persuaded to continue the Age of Fire and become Lords of Cinder. Prince Lothric himself is a Lord of Cinder. So it seems like Kingseeker Frampt at one point in time probably had something to do with influencing the Lothric Castle royal family. Now then, we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine. We're going to take a look at that Dragonslayer Armour soul and what it can transpose into. So, let's take a peek at the soul. Soul of Dragonslayer Armour, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. The Dragonslayer Armour, controlled by the Pilgrim Butterfly, lost its master long ago, but still remembers their sporting hunts. So, it says it lost its master, it says that it remembers sporting hunts, it used an electric type of attack, it looked like Ornstein's armor. As you can see, it looked very much like this armor. It was very likely that that was at least a Lion Knight, not necessarily Ornstein's armor himself, considering we have Ornstein's armor, but very likely a Lion Knight, so someone in service to Ornstein. So, hello Ludleth.
Aha, thou so.
Let's begin transposition. Let's see what we can make with the Dragonslayer Armor Soul. First off, there is the Dragonslayer Great Axe. Melted iron great axe that once formed part of the Dragonslayer armor. Thickly imbued with the power of lightning. Use skill to draw upon the techniques used to slay archdragons. With the falling bolt skill, hold the axe high into the air to gather fierce lightning and smash the ground to whip the bolts to the ground. And then the Dragonslayer Great Shield. Melted iron shield that once formed part of the Dragonslayer armor. This shield offers high protection to lightning, which the Dragonslayer commanded as his own, and its skill has faint echoes of the Dragonslayer's own fighting style, with the Shield Bash skill. Now, I don't think we ever looked at what the Nameless King could make, so, hell, whatever, let's take a look at him just for fun. Lightning Storm, Miracle of the Nameless King, allied to the Ancient Dragons, calls forth furious bolts of lightning. Once a slayer of dragons, the former king and war god tamed a storm drake, on which he led a lifetime of battle. And, oh, okay, I believe we looked at that one, and we probably looked at his other sword, but we didn't look at the storm-curved sword. Curved sword imbued with the strength of the storm drake. The Nameless King, ally of the Ancient Dragons, fought beside the storm drake in countless battles. When the great beast fell, the king claimed his soul, as was the custom in the Age of the Gods. The Tornado skill, imbue blade with the Wrath of Storm in a spinning motion, and follow with a strong attack to bear that wrath upon foes. So, that's a pretty interesting curved sword. Unfortunately, it is weak as hell. It's one of the weaker curved swords out there. And its skill is super weak. A lot of skills that actually do stuff are pretty darn weak. Which is really unfortunate. Just super unfortunate. Okay. So we've taken a look at those. Now there is one last thing I want to have us go take a look at. If we come over here, you will notice that Irina of Karim is no longer at her post. She has moved, because we have gotten the good end to her quest. Open Sesame! Come on! Come on! Come on! God, I hate this. So this is, for anyone wondering, this is a rendering trick to make it much easier to render Firelink Shrine and make it really easy to come into here, is that they just render the inside of Firelink Shrine, and the outside is blocked off by that fog gate, so that they don't have to render the outside. Because if you look at the outside, there are quite a few assets here that would have to be spawned in. There's the whole area we can walk on, and then the model for the castles behind us, which is quite an imposing amount of stuff to render quickly. It makes sense that they would do this, and is probably a good thing that they do, so that Firelink is very easy to get to, but it's really annoying when you want to go outside of it. So as per Irina, she is now here in the grave of the Firekeepers, because you can take a look at her. Wow, I'm freaking... Where's my torch? Where's my torch? There we go. There we go. She now has her hood down. And I think if I pull my binoculars out, the torch goes away, does it? Yeah, it does. But she now has her hood down, you can actually see her face, and if we talk to her...
Sweet champion of Ash, let souls be your strength.
Irina of Karim has realized her dream, her goal, and has become a proper firekeeper and can level you up. Unfortunately, you can't talk to her, you don't get any special dialogue for it, but it's pretty neat how she can become a firekeeper if you get the end end to her quest. Now, let's say you bought some dark miracles from Irina. Well, what would have happened is, first off, she would have disappeared sometime late into the game around this time. And you would have found her down there near Udex Gundir's door. And she would have had Egon of Karim there standing over her while she was laying flat on the ground. And he would have said that he was only your ally as long as you protected her, and that he is now hostile towards you, and he would fight you. So, essentially, it makes it seem like you killed her, but truth is that she's actually still alive at that time. Go figure. Anyway, Irina is actually still alive, so after you kill Egon, you can go over and talk to her, and she will talk about how the dark little creatures nip and bite at her, and for someone to help her. If you bought all of the dark miracles from Irina, all of the dark miracles, that means all of them, were bought from her, then after you've killed Egon of Karim, you will have the ability to buy his armor set from the Shrine Handmaid. If you have his armor set equipped, or at the very least his gauntlets, when you go to touch her, she will ask you to mercifully kill her. And I'm sorry that I don't have any footage of this, I just don't, unfortunately. But she will ask you to mercifully kill her as Egon, and that will be the bad end to her questline. So, this is the last thing that we're going to do for this episode, is to come out here. Now, you may be wondering, Thor, the hell you doing? Why are you back here at the undead settlement with these thralls and stuff? Wow, I love wearing armor and still getting staggered by the smallest thing. Anyway, we're over here for reasons. First off, I want to jump over here to this area. We have the kitty cat ring equipped, because I'm going to drop down over here. This is just the fast way to do it for me. If you don't have the cat ring equipped, I believe you survive that fall, it just hurts a lot. But I equipped it just in case, and we're going to come back to where Irina was first imprisoned by Egon, back where she was, and you will find Morn's Great Hammer and the Moaning Shield, the corpse of Egon of Karim. For some reason he doesn't hollow out, he just comes here and dies, but his duty has been fulfilled, and Irina has become a firekeeper, so as far as he's concerned, his quest is over. So he dropped us Morn's Great Hammer, which is right here. Takes 50 strength and 30 faith to wield. Holy crap. Great Hammer bestowed upon Karim Knights with demonstrate outstanding strength and unwavering faith. Decorated by a warding charm of Karim Temple, and imbued with the twisted rage of Apostle Morn. Skill Morn's range. Stick weapon into the earth and emit a powerful shockwave. Also, similar to Perseverance, temporarily boost poison and reduce damage received. So that weapon skill is actually very good. I don't think I can do it. Oh, I can. I can almost do it. Anyway, if you have the proper faith for it, then when you do that, a huge shockwave will shoot out around you, like very similar to Wrath of the Gods, that miracle, only I believe it's actually even stronger. And while you cast it, you have hyper armor, so you're able to actually take hits, which is rather nice. In addition, he gave us the Moaning Shield, which is his great shield. a deformed great shield given to Egon of Karim upon conferred knighthood. The giant woman's face that protects Egon is that of his sister, some years his senior. Skill, Moan. Offer a gentle prayer to the shield, causing the woman's face to give out a low moan and attract enemies, which hence the name Moaning Shield. In addition to all of this, getting Egon's stuff, Egon's weapon and shield, the Shrine Handmaid will now, you guessed it, sell Egon's armor set. Oh, also we can get the Nameless King set, which I didn't take a look at, but we're going to look at Egon's set. We're going to finish this. Morn's Helm. Unusual helm bestowed upon Knights of Karim. Modeled on Morn, the Archbishop Apostle. The helm is of perfect likeness to the stone heads lining the cathedral. A Karim Knight will dedicate an entire career to attending a single maiden, just as Morn once served one goddess alone. So yeah, apparently Morn was some weird gargoyle thing. And we can get his entire black set, and it's actually a pretty cool looking set overall. It's not bad at all. So we're going to buy that. I'm also going to sell some of these souls. Sure, we'll sell all those. That way, we can completely finish looking at the Nameless King stuff. Golden Crown. Crown of a nameless king who is allied to the ancient dragons. This golden crown, buried amidst long strands of bristling ash, is said to closely resemble that of the First Lord. It looks pretty similar to Gwyn. Dragon scale armor of a nameless king. Dragon scales are razor sharp and cannot be burned. These golden bracelets, together with the golden breastplate and crown, are said to closely resemble those of the First Lord. And the dragon scale waistcloth. All dragon scale stuff, for the most part, along with the golden bracelets. So yes, we have completed Irina of Karim's side quest. She has 100% become a firekeeper, which also completed Egon's quest. And Egon is dead. We've slain the Dragonslayer Armour. And I mean, hell, man, I think we got a lot of good stuff accomplished on this particular episode. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, my long flowing look how stupid this was. This looks so dumb. Look at that, half my stupid helmet is covered up. Does it look... oh. Does it look dumb with it? Yeah, it does. It looks dumb with... hold on. There we go. Let's continue looking. Let's see... oh, let's just keep looking dumb. Dumber, and actually this fits kind of well. I love it when they're just when... there we go. That's probably going to be the dumbest one, the gargoyle helmet. I love how they just clip into each other. There we go. Now we are truly the Nameless King. That looks terrible. What the hell, man? Artorias' helmet looks decent. Oh, well, that was funny. I'm glad we ended off on such a happy note. Fashion souls be damned. We look so stupid in most of these. This is great. This is wonderful. Thank you, Nameless King set, for looking so damn dumb. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of cosplay at the end, and I hope you enjoyed completing the multiple quest lines that we completed. We actually got quite a bit done. For anyone that has any questions, be sure to post any below, and I hope you guys are enjoying the walkthrough. When we return, we will go beyond the Dragonslayer Armour bonfire and to the last area, the penultimate area of the game. There is literally one area past that, and that is where the final boss is. So, yeah, it is time to... We're almost done with this. We will put some nails into the coffin of this Let's Play very soon. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye, everybody. Take a sword to the face. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm not an epic name, bro. I end with a wave. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.